Hi everybody, welcome to An Evening with Sips. Tonight, we're going to take a look at Cities in Motion 2. Oh man. Latest game from Paradox, a development company called Colossal Order. They made the first Cities in Motion, which is very good. You might have seen a video that me and Shin did from Gamescom last year. We went to it in August. We got to take a sneak peek at Cities in Motion 2, and I was very excited when I saw it. I played the first one, not as much as I would have liked to, but it was very good. Cities in Motion 2 is a lot different. They've made a lot of changes. Their community is very, very tight as well, apparently, and they leaned on their community for a lot of the development decisions, which is very good. You gotta love when a game does that. Taking active feedback from their players and implementing it into the game. Always a very good sign. It's quite good. This is a mass transit simulator and management game. Something that I cannot do in SimCity, which I'm playing a lot of at the moment. So it's quite nice, actually, to get that, where you have SimCity, which is, in comparison to this game, quite easy, actually. There's no way the depth and the options that you have in this game in SimCity. But one thing you can't do in SimCity is manage your mass transit. You can't plan bus routes, you can't plan train routes or anything like that. You can do all of that in this game, but you can't actually build the city. We'll look at that more once you start. Let's jump in and take a look. Cities in Motion 2. Let's do the first level of the campaign and see if we can get through it. We probably won't be able to in this session, but we'll try. Here we go. Campaign. Modern days. Look at this. Modern days. Big city lights. Look at this city. Look at this. This is where we're going to start. See, there's like some stuff on the shore here. There's a couple little islands that look like they're connected by bridges and stuff like that. We'll go with normal difficulty and we'll start. We'll give it a go. Look at all these chumps boarding the tram. Look at this guy. Look at his cameras. There wasn't even a rope or anything. It's just like glued to his shirt. There he is again. Look. This is the greatest loading screen. Look at this guy. Construction worker with a bum bag. Probably puts like his wallet in there and maybe some Tic Tacs when he gets hungry, when he's, busting some rocks or maybe putting up some girders. Look at that. His Tic Tac pouch. This is great. And here we are in the game. Look at this. Big city lights. Look at how big this city is. My God. So like I was saying, we don't actually plan and build the city. As you can see, the city's here. It's fully built. What's kind of cool about this game, though, is that the city's dynamic. So it responds to you placing stuff. For instance, if I want to create a bus route, my first bus route, I'm going to have to put down a bus depot. Now, I can knock down any building I want and place that bus depot anywhere I think is going to be good. And then what'll happen is the city will sort of see that it's lost a building and rebuild it somewhere else. And slowly the city will keep expanding as we go. This game isn't the kind of game where you have to get in and do a bunch of stuff straight away. You can just take your time. You can chill out. You can have quite like me. I've got a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew here that I'm just sipping ponderously as I stroke my beard. In thought, thinking about what I'm going to be doing, and that's nice. I love the pace of games like that. I love these management simulation games. Fantastic. So we can zoom in. Look, we can get some nice panoramic views of the city. I can just, with my middle mouse button, hold it down and look around. Look at these big highways connecting everything. Look at this big highway coming down the middle here. I think this is mostly residences. It looks like here. This part of the city, or this part of the island of the city, has a lot of skyscrapers and office buildings, which is kind of cool. Big highway bridge connecting it all the way through here. If we zoom in, there's probably not going to be much traffic. I don't think the simulation has gotten fully into swing yet. It is currently Monday morning. It's 8:57 in the morning. It's week 1. Which is very good. I've never seen a city in my life that has no traffic at like 9 in the morning on a Monday. But having said that, look at that. There's a car right there. Look at, here he goes. He's still got his headlights on, even though it's quite sunny and nice. And it looks like some of the traffic's starting to appear. As we progress through this, we'll see there's going to be lots of traffic and lots of traffic density that we're going to have to help alleviate. Our first task here, however, this is the first part of the campaign. We got this woman with a pink shirt here trying to get our attention. So let's click on her and see what she's on about. It's Mayor Stephanie. Mayor Stephanie says, "Good day to you. I'm Stephanie York, the mayor of the city." She probably has like a more womanly voice than the one that I'm giving her right now, but that's okay. We'll break immersion just for this one time and no other time. "We're so glad to have you here. The citizens have been asking for a public transport system for a long time." I bet they have. Look at the fucking size of this city. Jesus Christ. No public transport whatsoever in this city, which is a crying shame. They must be really, really pissed off about that. "For me, the most important thing is to keep citizens happy and make the city grow. You can get to work immediately." Great. Okay, so all we got to do is establish 15% coverage. Now, it's a big city, so that's going to take a long while to do. So like I said, we may not be able to do this in one session, but we can certainly try. So, you've got a lot of tools at your disposal in this game. Apart from being able to look around and admire all the views. Graphics are quite nice, it's gotta be said. Look at this, and when you zoom in very close, look. You can get these nice views of the city, you can look around, you can watch all your buses and trains functioning and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Look, all the roads, they have no public transport, but the roads already have bus lanes. So I guess they were preempting the fact that I was going to make some bus routes in the city, which is nice. They've done some of the work for me. Let's take a look at some data. Data panel down here. If I click this, we can show some of the data. So you start off by, if we want to take a look at the buildings, for example, click on the buildings and look at this. We're looking at any group now. We can see that there's homes and workplaces and leisure, pure leisure, and other. I don't know what other is. And some of the leisure venues are a bit suspect as well. I mean, a baseball stadium, yeah, fine. That is definitely a leisure facility. However, a parking garage, well, the fact that it's connected to the baseball stadium, fine. But I don't understand why a parking garage in the middle of an industrial area is considered leisure. I mean, unless people take their breaks there. They go in there and just do whatever they do, I guess, smoke crack, like in the parking garage, throw cups of coffee, empty cups of coffee down on the ground and squish them. That's a fairly good pastime, something that you might like to do on your lunch hour. Just destroy a coffee cup. Just to release some of that tension and get back to work. So this is vital actually when you're planning your first set of bus routes. In this case, I think we're going to go for bus routes first. I've played this enough to sort of understand how bus routes work. Nothing else. We can try some other stuff though. It'll be pretty good. It's not the kind of game that you pick up straight away. I guess there's a bit of a steep learning curve. Lots to do, lots to figure out. But that's what's fun about games, isn't it? You want to figure things out, and you want that sense of achievement once you've figured something out, and you've figured out some awesome way of doing something that you think nobody else does until you go to the community forums and realize that that's how everybody's been doing it, but you've just been too lazy to read the community forums. Having said that, I'm sure there are good community forums for this game. So if you want to get into this game, you want to figure out how to do stuff, and you want to get best practice from people who play this a lot, that would be the first point of call. Head over to the community forums. For us, for now, we're going to wing it. We're going to see how we do. We're going to try to learn from our mistakes and make things better when they go to shit, which they will inevitably go to. Looking at this right now, lots of homes. We're looking at any right now. I mean, we can look at blue collar, and maybe we can concentrate on helping out blue collar workers, maybe get from home to work. This looks like a fairly nice area of the city to start in. We could probably get some sort of bus depot in around here, and we can start servicing buses from this residential area down to this industrial area. See, you can click on all these places of work. See, these are just factories and all sorts of different factories. God, there's like some oil here. Look, some oil tanks. There's 2 workplaces in these oil tanks. I guess maybe there's just a chair on top of the oil tank and the workers just sit up there and guard the oil tanks. Maybe, I don't know. A couple of corporate buildings. Look, there's a nuclear plant right here. Fantastic. So if I click on this, look, it's got 5 workplaces. 4 workers currently here, 0 residents, 0 homes. That's fine. That's a pure workplace, and that's why it's red, as per the legend here. Same with these green buildings here. They're pure residences. Now, you can get mixes, though. See these orange ones here? These are homes and workplaces, so they're probably big apartment buildings with a bit of commercial on the ground floor. And that's fairly common in real life, too. I don't know where you live, but a lot of places do function like that, where on the ground floor there'll be like stores, grocery stores, and stuff like that, and then there'll be like apartments just above them. Not a bad place to live, actually, if that's where you do live, because it just means you got to walk down a flight of stairs and bam, you can go grocery shopping, which is fantastic. You don't have to trudge halfway across the city just to get some essential supplies. Always a big pain in the ass. So let's go for it. Let's set up a bus route here. We'll start our first bus route here. We'll try to make it make some money, and then we can add to our funds up here. Look at that. Our total company value right now, $100,000. We have no debt. We have net cash of $100,000, which means we can spend it all. We can spend it all on buses. It's gonna be great. All right, so I go down here. I go to this tools menu. I go into construct structures, bus structures. Fantastic. Look at this basic bus depot. Now I can make a large bus depot as well. The difference is that they can service more buses. See, this one's service capacity is 10. This one has a service capacity of 20. So these are just your smaller bus depots, probably for your more rural routes. And then you probably want some of these bigger bus depots in the city over here, or along routes that go into the city, so that you can get more buses on them. You don't want to have too many buses on your route, more than that can service anyway, because you can cause big jams with your buses. Your buses are always going to want to start and end at a depot on a route, so that's worth remembering. Okay, let's get this basic bus depot, bearing in mind that we want to have a route that's going to go around here, pick up people, and come down here and drop them off to work, and then back around again. We probably want this bus depot to be somewhere in the middle here, so that the buses can start here, work their way up around here, come back down here, and then circle around back to the bus depot. So you want sort of like circle lines, and then we can improve those initial bus routes by overlapping them with other routes so that they get more coverage. I don't know if you've ever ridden the bus in real life. I used to ride a bus every single day across the city because I lived in the suburbs. So I'd start in the suburbs. I would make my way through the city on the bus to the other side of the city, another suburb where I went to school. And that worked out quite well. And the bus routes in Ottawa, where I'm from, were hellish in the winter. But as far as I was concerned, fairly well planned. So we can maybe learn something from that. We're going to put this bus depot probably in here. Look at this. Look at all these cars queuing up. I've got it on the slowest speed now, so everything is going nice and slow. We're not losing any money. We haven't spent any money yet. Good grief. Look at this. Look what it does to the road if we put the bus depot right here. I don't know if that's really going to be the best for the road. And this looks like a fairly busy road, actually. It's a 4-lane avenue, I guess, that goes over the highway, 6-lane highway. Look at that. It's a big overpass, which is kind of cool. So let's think about maybe getting the bus depot off the side here. Maybe along here, this avenue, or maybe on one of these service roads instead. That might be a little bit better. We can maybe just nestle it in this residential area, and all these people get very pissed off because all the buses, of course, will have to honk their horns before they go into the bus depot, and wake everybody up at all hours of the night, because we're going to be running 24/7. These buses are going to be running 24/7. Let's not do that. We will place it in this area, but maybe we can place it along the highway, actually. And then the buses can just join onto this avenue via these joining on-ramps and off-ramps, and that should be fine. Are we going to be able to do that? They're going to be able to join here, and then they're going to want to go up there. No. Okay, we'll stick to the original. Let's just put it here for now and see how we do. So there we go. We've placed the bus depot. Fantastic. Go back into construct structures, and we can start putting down some bus and trolley signs. So if you do set up trolleys, they can stop at these stops as well. And people who are riding the bus perhaps may want to get off and then take the trolley, depending on where they're heading to. So it's worth noting. But for now, they're just going to be purely bus stops. Look at these. You can get these sheltered ones as well, which are kind of cool. You can get ones with a shelter and a bench. Oh my God, look at that. They consume no electricity, so hopefully they don't need to be heated in the winter. Although I don't know if winter ever comes to this city. It's hard to tell. It's still Monday, so we're probably a long way off. Oh God. Okay, let's start with stops anyway, and let's get to work here. Let's try to get some buses moving. That would be great, wouldn't it? Okay, so the way that the stops work, you kind of want to make a circle. Well, I want to make a circle anyway. We'll have it go up this way into the residential first. So if we look at the direction of the roads, buses will come out. They'll follow this road up. See where the arrow's pointing? Great. And they'll go up into here, into these, well, high density residential areas. This looks fairly low density, lots of little houses and stuff. We'll place our first stop on the corner here along this road. So there we go, one stop. We zoom in, we can actually see. Oh, look at that. See? There's our bus stop. Right on the sidewalk. Fantastic. So a lot of people just be queuing up, milling around here waiting for the bus in the morning. Once they catch wind that they can actually take the bus down to work. It's going to be nice for them. You see these little circles? These are like the coverage areas. So this bus stop will have this entire coverage area. So anyone living in these apartments will have no problem walking down to this bus stop, which is good. That's what we want. So we can space them out a little bit now to get, well, as good coverage as we can. We're going to miss out inevitably on a couple of buildings, but we'll beef it up after with different routes and lines and stuff. It'll be fine. So we want this to go up in here, sort of in here. There we go. Look at, that's not too bad. Place another bus stop on this corner. And look at how dense this area is. My God, there must just be hundreds of thousands of chumps living in here. In all these buildings. Lots of buildings. Okay, we're going to have it come up. We'll have it sort of go along this this nice road, which is along the shore here. Very, very picturesque. Well, look at the view these people must have from these buildings. Look at this. Oh, yeah. What a nice view of the city. That's fantastic. They must pay a goddamn fortune to live in these places along the front here. It's quite nice. Okay, so let's get a stop on this side. On the other side of the road, it means these people are going to have to cross the road, which is a bit of a shame for them. We'll have one here to capture all these people. And then look at this. We got a 4-lane road here that turns down. We'll have the bus turn down into here, catch all these people. Looks like a bit of a nicer area town. Some of these buildings look a little bit nicer than these ones. Look at that. City population has risen to 50,000. My God. So the city just keeps working away while we're placing our bus stops and stuff. Very good. Have the bus stops come down here, and then we eventually want to come around and get onto, well, either this underpass here to get into here, make the circle and come on over this overpass back to the depot, and I think that's probably what we are going to do. So bus stop comes down here. We want to then go this way down here. We'll have another stop, and this will be the last stop before we go under the highway, take this underpass all the way down, making sure that we're still placing stops on the right side of the road. Coverage, we want it to start in here, so I guess, well, there's a lot of wasted coverage. Look at that. I mean, none of these trees need to take the bus, so maybe we can get it sort of like into the heart of the industrial area. This should work. We want to get like as good a coverage as possible, really, so maybe actually having a stop on this corner here is good, because it means we can go down this street. Look at this. Go over here. Oh yeah, this is great. Look at this coverage, it's really good. Get a stop here, go down here as well, and get a stop on this corner. So this coverage is actually not too bad at the moment. Look at this. We'll get another stop here. A little bit of overlapping, but it's not a problem. It doesn't really matter. People will get off at whatever stops they need to, and they will hopefully use the buses to get onto other lines if they need to as well. Very important to have some sort of transfer system with your buses, I think, so that you can get off at a stop and hop onto another bus to take you closer to where you're going. I'm pretty sure that that's how bus routes work, and it'll be no different in this one when we're done with it. Let's place this here. We're going for maximum coverage. We eventually want to snake our way over to here, to this overpass, to get back to the depot. It's going to be a pretty big route. We'll have a couple of buses servicing it as well. It'll be great. Let's get up onto this this denser road here. It's a bit of a higher density road instead of all these little side roads and stuff. Good coverage. Look, there's a couple of residential areas here and some more industrial down here. So let's go for this here. We'll get one here as well. Here. Whoops. Here. And then we'll make the corner here and come up over the overpass. Great. We'll have one last stop here right before the on and off ramps, and then nothing else until we get back to the depot. Depot will be the last stop. So these poor chumps here are kind of screwed. They're going to have to go to the depot, and all the bus drivers are going to be like, this is the bus depot. You can't just queue up for the bus here. Maybe we should actually just have a stop right before the depot. Last stop. Kind of a waste. But look, there's a little bit of coverage, and there's a big apartment building here. So there we go. We'll put that there. Okay, great. So that's our route. Look, we can see all the bus stops all around here. We got to remember roughly which route we want to take. So we go into the transport panel. Lines. See how the lines work? You set up lines for all the different types of transport. We got buses, we got trolleys, trams, we got metro, and we got water bus too. My God. Imagine making a water bus line. Holy shit. Okay, so let's go into create new. We want to create a new bus line. The owner is me, Sips' company. You like that? That's the name of my company, Sips' company. It's a pretty good company name. Let's go into add stops. This is how we set up the line. We're going to go into add stops. First stop is always going to be the depot, bus depot 1. There we go. And then we just sort of click to add more stops to the line. So here's our first stop, and this is exactly what we want to do. We'll come out of the depot and move up this road to the first stop. Great. See the little arrows sort of pointing to where you're going. Fantastic. Connect the next stop, and we just keep connecting all the stops so that it makes our routes. Great. Curve down here. Click here. Look at this nice stop right near this forest park area right in the middle. It's going to be a popular stop, especially in the summer. Everybody's going to be eating their ice creams and getting yelled at by the drivers, because bus drivers do not like when people eat ice creams on the bus. And I don't blame them, because they got to clean the bus. And if you drop your ice cream on the ground and it melts all over the bus and makes the floor all sticky, it's hell. And they don't pay you to do that when you're driving a bus. They're paying you to drive the goddamn bus, not clean the bus, not wipe ice cream off the floor after some chump who's having a good day decided to bring ice cream on the bus, drop it on the ground, and have it melt. Disgusting. Okay, so we're connecting it all up. Here's the last stop. Not sure if that was worth putting the stop there, but we'll find out. And then finally, we want it to go back into the bus depot. Blam. There we go. We don't have any vehicles now. Bus depot 1, not enough vehicles. We've got our first bus line. Quite a nice route. Hopefully that should shift a lot of people to where they need to go. Let's get some buses. We'll go into the vehicles menu here. We'll buy some new vehicles for line 1. We've got line 1 open, so go buy new. And look at this, a Toyota Hayaku. Fantastic. Look at the little red bus. It's really good. Costs $400. Maintenance requirement per 100 kilometers is 5. I don't know what that. I guess that means that every 100 kilometers or so, it's going to go into the depot and get a bit of maintenance. That's fine. Diesel consumption per 100 kilometers is 50. I guess that goes against your profitability on the routes. The size is only small. It only has 10 seats. Service quality is 70%, and the acceleration is mediocre. Well, we don't need to go high speed with a bus. Buses tend to travel fairly slowly, especially this type of route, which is just going to be on sort of like side roads, sort of medium density roads. We're not going to be hitting the highway or anything with this route, so I think these will be fine. We're not expecting to shift many people. It's mostly just people that are going to work and stuff like that. So we should be fine. Let's grab 3 of these. It's going to cost us $1,200. If only. I mean, if it only cost $1,200 to buy 3 buses in real life, I would be the king of buses. I would just have an army of buses. I'd drive a different bus to work every day. I wouldn't even accept passengers. I would just drive. I'd probably just pimp out the back of the bus. I'd take all the seats out, and I'd put all sorts of shit in there, like statues and like plants and stuff. Be fantastic. I'd paint the outside, my name, and maybe get like a gigantic painting of my face on the side of the bus so that when I'm cruising around town, everybody knows that it's my bus. Fantastic. Okay, 3 buses. We want them to go into Bus Depot 1. We're going to do it. Purchase. Ka-ching. See, look at that. Money's gone down, and money has started actually going down in earnest. Well, I say in earnest. It's not too bad. Those are our maintenance costs. The buses haven't started. Well, we've got 1 bus right now leaving the depot. We can monitor its progress. Look at how slow it goes. This is the slowest setting. It's got to be said, though. Normal time speed. We can speed that up and get things moving a little bit faster. We will do that in a minute, though. For now, let's admire this beautiful view of this road stretching out into the city. Look, we've already got some people waiting at the bus stops. So I guess maybe there's been a news bulletin or something to say there is now a bus line. These people obviously want to go somewhere along this line. Maybe they want to just get off a couple of stops later to visit some friends or family. Maybe they work in some of these buildings, although I think most of these are residential buildings. Oh, look at that. There's 4 unhappy people at this line because the bus is taking too long to get there. That's fine, though. We're going to have a whole bunch of buses. We got 3 buses on this line, which should be more than enough for now anyway. And hopefully most of these people will actually be riding the bus down to here to go to work. I think that's where we're going to make the most money. I don't know why these passengers are unhappy straight away. They haven't really given me much of a chance. Look at them. Look at these assholes. Look at them. We got Raymond Graham. We got Terry Campbell. It's probably Edward Adams. Edward Adams is probably pissed off because he's got his camera and he's ready to go. He's ready to take some snaps. He's too eager and he's blaming me for being late. I don't think so. So here they go. They're all piling onto the bus. Look at the details. You gotta love the details in this game. Stephanie Davies, too late. She missed the bus. She didn't want to look like a fool for missing the bus, so she just pretended that she was never going there. I don't know if you noticed, but her facial expression just did not change. And that's the best thing to do. I don't know if you've ever been caught out like this before. Like maybe when you were at the mall or something and you were waving at your friend who you thought saw you, but they didn't see you. So you do that embarrassing wave and then you have to like really quickly think of some recovery so that you don't look like an absolute retard. I don't know if you've ever done that. I have done that multiple times, and I've mastered the art of making it look like I'm scratching my back, but just extending my arm fully into like the start of a wave, and then sort of bending my arm back and scratching my back so that I don't look stupid in front of everybody, because my friend noticed or didn't notice me waving or didn't even notice me or was maybe just purposely ignoring me. That does happen from time to time as well. Okay, let's speed up time a bit. Let's go fast time speed. And even fast time speed, look at this. It's not that fast. Look at these buses are still going pretty slow. This one's packed. Look at that, 9 out of 10. Everybody on board is like super unhappy. It's just the worst bus that they've ever gone on in their life. And they're probably super unhappy because they had to wait at the bus stop for a while. Second bus is picking up the sloppy seconds of the route, which is none at the moment because everybody's so pissed off at the route because it's taken forever for the first bus to arrive. See, look at these people that becoming very unhappy. Look, all these people have been waiting super long. It's 9:30 at night. They've been waiting all day for this magical bus that they heard so much about in the news, which has just never turned up. They've just been abandoned at the bus stops. That's okay, though. Look at that. We got bus number 2, and now bus number 3 is leaving the station to pick up anybody else who's been waiting. And these people shouldn't have been waiting too long now. Should be okay. You can adjust the timetables of the buses as well, and indeed add more buses to the routes. Look at this. Edit timetable. I go into this. There's a little bit of an overlap at 7 o'clock for one of the bus. It's because of the interval that the buses take. They're on a 2-hour interval at the moment, which we can lessen with overlapping buses. Look at that. An hour interval means that we got, look at this, a 45-minute interval as well. Means that there's just friggin' buses all over the goddamn place, which is good. If people are complaining that they're waiting too long, you need to lower this interval. So it means that the buses will come pumping out of the station, but it means that you get that coverage and you keep people happy on the line as well. We don't need to actually change that at the moment. We seem to be doing okay for this first route, so that's fine. We can close that. We can click on this briefcase and monitor our profitability in real time. Look at this. So far, so good. We're in the green. We're making 25 bucks, which is not too bad. Well, 24. That'll just be off the price of ticket sales, people traveling on the bus. It's costing us 85 bucks at the moment to run this. Oh, look at this. Bus Depot 1, not enough vehicles. How are we doing here? There's a couple of people waiting at this stop. And there's probably going to be a couple more. And look at this, taking forever for this bus to make it through. I think maybe adding 2 more buses may help us out a little bit here. So let's buy 2 more of these. Bus Depot 1, purchase them. Bam. Look at these buses. I think we can rename buses too, can we? Edit name, Bus 1. Oh my god. This is the best. For me, this is the best. I love naming buses. Let's call this one... McBain. we'll name them after popular crime fighters in TV series. So we'll call bus number 1 McBain. Look at that, bus 1 McBain. Fantastic. Let's close this. This is a lot like OpenTTD, isn't it? Where you can actually name your buses and do stuff with it. It's great stuff. Bus number 2, crime fighters. Matlock. Bus number 2 is called Matlock. Great. Bus number 3, let's close Matlock. God damn it. Who's another crime fighter from TV? MacGyver. Is it MacGyver? MacGyver? I can't remember. Let's just call it MacGyver and hope that that's right. If it's not right, just send an email to my lawyer, Nick the Cage, and let him know that you want to sue my ass for all I'm worth, which isn't actually too much at the moment. Well, I mean... Don't get me wrong, $99,602.44 is a lot of money, but that's my total company value at the moment. That's not bad for a startup. I mean, come on, it's not too bad. Bus number 4, what the hell are we gonna name it? More crime fighters. I'm struggling to think of crime fighters from TV. What's another famous fighter of crime? What's that guy's name from Diagnosis Murder? What's his name again? Guy from Diagnosis. It doesn't fit. Let's just call it Guy from Diagnosis Murder. Come on, that's like the best show. And bus number 5, because I can't think of anything else, let's just call it Excelsior, because that's an awesome name for a bus, in my opinion. Excelsior. Okay, it looks like now we've got some other broad here is trying to get our attention. She wants to perhaps give us some sort of quest, which is kind of cool. Look at this. I represent the Modern Ladies Association, and on behalf of my fellow women, I would like to make a request. We have several small offices located around the city in order to be easily accessible to all the good folk engaged in their daily battle for equality. It would be invaluable to our cause if all our offices were linked by a direct line. Then our employees could move easily from office to office as needed. So, we would need to build one line between skyscraper, and office building, and transport 90 people using the new line. And for all of that, we would get 3,000 bucks. Doesn't seem worth it, but it sounds fun. Let's do it. We want to help them out. Great. So, I think we will... Yeah, see... Now, because we've accepted this, look, we get these arrows that say these are the areas that you need to connect. So basically, we just need to make a little route, a direct route, which will connect these 3 buildings with bus stops. So if I go in here, see, build one line between all of these and then transport 90 people. That should be fairly easy. We can get a depot down. We get some buses pumping out, connect them all up. We could just do a little circle here. I think there's a good mix of work and residential on this part of the city. If I go to any here, yeah, look at that. So we got some green, we got some red, we got some yellow. So it's likely that these people will benefit from having just a small bus line anyway. So let's go for it. I mean, come on, why the hell not? 3,000 bucks. You can't say no to 3,000 bucks. Let's jump in here into tools. Let's go to bus structures again. Let's make a large bus depot this time. Purchase price is 600 bucks. I mean, come on, can you imagine 600 bucks for a large bus depot? Holy shit, that'd be great. You could have your very own bus depot for 600 bucks. That's nuts. Let's place it... Oh, look at it. It's like kind of small too. It doesn't seem like it's that big. Let's place it along this road here. I think here's a good spot. We want to get this coverage from this skyscraper straight away in our new bus route, and then have it circle back round, come back into the bus depot. It should be fine. We're placing it. We're doing it right here. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. It's very cool. Okay, so construct signs again. We're gonna make some signs. Let's get a bus stop here, and we'll try to get some decent coverage on this again. Bus stop here. We need to go all the way up here, so we need to connect this building, and where's the other one? Here. You can't quite see the arrow. I can sort of see it moving around there, but it's the glare of the sun on this build. There it is. Okay, great. Okay, no problem. We got this. We're all over this. We're gonna have it come up here, do a turn here to get the coverage on this building. Great. Here too, let's have it continue on its path here. You gotta love planning a bus route. I mean, come on, this is great. Down here for some more coverage. Along the park here, look at this. A nice park, more bastards eating their ice cream on the bus. Our drivers are just gonna go absolutely nuts and hate us. We want it to come down here then to make the corner here with a little gap in coverage, which is okay for now, I guess. Here, and then that's fine. We don't need another stop. It'll turn around here and come back up to the depot. Okay, great. Let's go into transport. Let's go into lines. Oh, somebody else. Look at. Oh, I'm starting to get stressed out now. I wasn't even done doing my second bus route. God damn it. Create new. We want to create a new line. We can actually name the line as well. Let's do that straight away so that we know which line is which. This is the Inner City Express. Oh, what? No. We can't call it the Inner City Express. We'll have to shorten it. Inner City Exp. There we go. Line number 2. Fantastic. Okay. So we got the Inner City Express. We'll go to add stops before we actually add the vehicles. There we go. Add stops. Our first stop is the bus depot. Bus depot number 2, which I think we can name as well, which would be fantastic. And let's follow this route that I made. Yeah, this should be fine. Is that okay? Yeah. Just slightly adjusting the view here so that I can see. Oh, look at this. It's gonna come down, snake down to this stop, connect here, here, and then we want it to come down this street. Oh man, these people are gonna be so impressed. Oh yeah, and then come back here. There we go. So, bus route complete. This is the Inner City Express line. Let's go to vehicles and add some buses. We're gonna buy some new buses. Let's get 5. What are these ones? What's a Sternberger Dreifack? $800 each. How good are they? They have 20 seats. That's not too bad. Acceleration is very poor. They don't need to go fast in the city. In fact, they're probably going to be stuck in traffic a lot, so it's not too much of a problem. But look, they look really cool. Look at that windshield. Holy shit, they look like little spacecraft. Fantastic. Let's go with 5 of these right from the get-go. We're gonna get 5 of these, $4,000. And that's going to be the Inner City Express. Look, there's already people waiting at the stops. They're ready to go, so let's do it. Blam! We got all these buses. My god, 5 new buses that we could name. I could spend a lot of time thinking up names for these 5 new buses, but I probably won't for now, because it's unfair. Look at this. Have they started yet? Where's the buses? Should we increase the speed a little bit more? Very fast time speed this time? Wham! Oh yeah, look at this. It looks like a factory line. So we're just waiting for the buses to come out. Where's bus number 6? It is. Is it going? Is it running? Oh, it's on bus line 1. Why is it on bus line 1? I wanted it to be on bus line 2. Can I change that? Let's see if we can. Move to another depot. It should be at depot 2, but it's running on bus line 1. Show list of passengers. No. Another depot. Edit name. Sell vehicle. Bus depot 2. There we go. Ah, there we go. We moved it. Fantastic. Bus 6 is now on line 2. Let's get this one on line 2 as well. There we go. Moving all these over. Bus 8 as well. I didn't know that you could do this. This is really handy to know, actually. So these are all now on the right line. They're all on line 2. They're going to bus depot 2. Fantastic. There we go. All 5 of our buses. And look at them go. Holy shit. They're filling up too. Man, we're going to be making a lot of money off ticket sales here. This is great. So that should be running properly now. People on bus 6 are very unhappy. But it looks like all the passengers on the 5 buses from our first line, which I still haven't named, are very happy. Nobody's complaining. It's just approaching 8 o'clock at night on Tuesday, and nobody's complaining on line 1. So what should we call line 1 then? Having said all that, let's call it the happy line. Everybody, or the neutral line. I think everybody's neutral. I don't think they're actually happy. So let's call it the neutral line. There we go. The neutral line. Fantastic. Hopefully all those people are getting to work now. Man, you gotta love bus routes. Holy shit. How are we doing here? So, we've transported, or have we connected people? Build 1 line. I have. I built 1 line between the skyscraper, and the office building. Did I have to do that in... Did I just misread that? No. It says that they want a... It would be invaluable to our cause if offices were linked by a direct line. Okay. I've done that. Okay, maybe it's just taking like a little while to register or something. That's definitely a direct line though, right? No? Maybe I'm wrong. Hello, I'm Kate from the more women's union, people. Holy shit, this whole city is being run by the women's union. Oh, fuck, I see. I missed. Oh no, this is the new one. No, I had the old one. Okay, that's fine. We're holding a seminar and we really appreciate if you could help us organize transportation between our main event locations. Build 1 line between shopping center, commercial building, and museum. 0% completed. Transport 30 people using the 3rd line. Look at this. Sorry, the new line, not the 3rd line. $3,000 for this one too. All right, let's do it. Don't worry. Was your name Kate? I can't even remember now. Yeah, Kate. Don't worry, Kate. We got this. We're all over it, toots. Okay, can we do it then? I think we're gonna have to. Let's close all this crap down, and just admire our new bus routes. Oh man, it looks like some of this is already connected with this direct line, but I don't know. Is it a direct line? Oh, it's hard to tell. I'm very confused at the moment. How are we doing down here? Oh, look at this. Look at this route. There's nobody waiting at the stops because they hate it so much. That's probably why they're so happy. Everybody's happy on this route because nobody's actually traveling on this route. How are we doing? Oh, we're actually losing money now, too. Damn it. We're going to have to increase ticket sales. Look at this. Go into the ticket sales. What's this? Single line. Let's increase it to $1.10. Has that made any difference? Not really. Because nobody's buying tickets. It's okay. We're going to make a ton of money up here. Look, all these people are waiting. Is that... No, those aren't people. Oh, look, there's a couple of people waiting at these stops. It should be fine. And once people get used to the fact that they can actually start riding on the buses, they'll start riding on them more as well. I think what we could do, though, to increase... Oh, look, there's like a whole bunch of people now. Look, it's like 10 in the morning. Everybody's decided to ride the bus. Look at this. We're massively profitable again. I say massively. We're at plus, well, just about 70. That's not too bad. Come on. It's pretty good. So later on, I suppose we could think about connecting these lines up, which would be very good. So we could have like another line that maybe ran from a depot here around this part of the city, connected to some of these stops, and then led over into here. And that would increase the coverage of all of this. How are we doing for this first task? Established 15% coverage. So far, 0% completed. You can see how long this is going to take. I've been playing this for like 45 minutes now. Normally, in a computer game, you'd expect to maybe have a couple of things done in 45 minutes. Not this game, but that's what's quite nice about it. You can just sit here, you can plot and plan, and sort things out, and it takes a nice long while. It's one of those games that you can just get fully stuck into, planning bus routes and train routes and trams. You can do metro too. You can go into the metro, you can go do underground, subway stations and stuff. It's fantastic. If this is your kind of thing, if you like stuff like OpenTTD and stuff, you'll probably love this game. Very, very in-depth. You can do a lot of different things. I'm sure that you can make these routes massively efficient. I hope that you're not cringing too much at how inefficient my 2 bus routes are at the moment. But there you go. I mean, what can you do? It's got to be said as well. Look, the water looks a little bit like Jello on the fast speed. It looks like it's just sort of like wobbling around in the rivers here. I can slow it down again. Oh, look at that. So I think that's probably about it for now. Cities in Motion 2, I hope you enjoyed that. Not the most exciting game. I don't think there was a single explosion in this entire episode. Nobody died, as far as I know. I'm sure somebody out there died, but we just didn't see it. We're making a little bit of money. This is probably a nice slow way to get started and acquainted with Cities in Motion 2. You should definitely check this out. It's available on Steam. It was just released a couple of days ago, and I'm very excited that it's out now. I'm going to get stuck into this. I will continue playing this. If you'd like to see me play this more, as usual, just let me know. Comment, like, all that good stuff, and we'll see what we can do. But for now, thanks as usual for watching, and I'll see you next time.